What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the Evil Genius Network, here with everybody's favorite crazy cousin, me, Pepper, the misunderstood evil genius. Thank y'all once again for tuning in. This time you are watching Spoiler Alert. This week on Spoiler Alert, we are going to go with the new comedy out, Neighbors. But before we get into Neighbors, I got to give you the new segment, You Couldn't Pay Me to Watch That Shit. This week's You Couldn't Pay Me to Watch That Shit goes to Draft Day. I'm sorry, I love the NFL. Absolutely love it. I follow everything. I followed the draft. I followed all like 7 rounds of it. It was great. I kept checking it on my computer. Everything great. Awesome. You can't pay me to watch Kevin Costner fuck it up for 2 hours. Can't do it. Sorry. Not gonna happen. Now, what I did pay for was Neighbors, and I actually wish I hadn't. I'm sorry, I don't know if it's just me getting old or just my type of comedy is like taste or changing or what the deal is, but this shit was whack. Stars Seth Rogen and Zac Efron and a whole bunch of people that look like they are in every movie together. McLovin was in it. The whole deal was they were supposed to be like maybe 10 years older than everybody in the movie and bought their first house and started having a kid and that whole deal, but everybody looked exactly the same age, so I was not cool with the casting on this. Basically, the movie starts and Seth and his girl have a baby, and then they buy their first house and everything is happy, but then the frat moves in next door. Oh, it's gonna be shenanigans. But then they kept going and getting high with them. Like, they kept going and getting completely fucked up with them. I just didn't completely understand that at all. Like, they would go get high with them and then go home and then be like, hey, well, we can't do this 2 days in a row. We calling the cops. And that happened like 9 times. As far as bullshit ability goes, the pranks were bullshit. They were very boring pranks. It was like, okay, they stole the airbags and then they just kept running that prank into the ground. And Seth retaliated by breaking their water main. Okay. Another prank was they cut their bushes into like sexual positions, and obviously the only way to cut the bushes down is to do sexual positions, is trying to get them out. Hilarious. Nobody went to jail. They kept doing some serious serious law breaking. Like, I know white people get away with a lot, but they was doing some serious law breaking. There's copious amounts of massive drugs there. They kept getting into like seriously physical fights where no one was harmed. Towards the end, Seth's homie like jumped off the 2nd floor and snapped his leg and was bleeding, but then 10 minutes later was walking outside to hook up with his wife. We didn't just notice that? Really? Lastly, they kept leaving the baby next door. Like, this wasn't an apartment. There was like a good 200-300 yards in between them getting high and then the baby by itself next door. And they were trying to be responsible parents. It was sad. As far as all the miscellaneous stuff goes, it was not funnier than the preview. It was like all the jokes they showed in the preview was the funny parts in the movie, and then they maybe like attempted 10 more and I maybe laughed at 4. So, and I'm not the kind of guy that laughs at what I've seen in the preview in the movie. I want something new. I'm sorry. There was a lot of sexual humor in it, and then there was the obligatory white guy talking like a black guy and sliding in a couple of N-word jokes, and it was one of them was good, the other one was like, alright y'all, okay, you got one. You're not gonna get a second one out now. Cut it out. Lastly, the movie was gay. Like, y'all thought that Michael Sam getting drafted and kissing his boyfriend on TV was gay. There was some serious gay, homo-erotic stuff going on in this movie. And I guess they kept tossing it in for it to try and be funny, but I thought there was just like a whole nother agenda. Like, I don't know what was going on. Like, it was very gay. Very gay. And all, like, despite casting a whole bunch of people that actually have talent, This movie fell flat for me. I gotta give it a boot to the grill. I didn't like it. I won't watch it again unless it's on TNT 5 years from now on a Sunday afternoon. I'm not gonna watch it again. Thank you once again for checking out Spoiler Alert. If you want to see me live in action this Wednesday in Honolulu, I will be at Anna O'Brien's with Jose Dynamite and Comedy U and all those. We're having the Battle of the Sexes comedy contest. Right, it's gonna be me. I'm leading a whole bunch of dudes against a whole bunch of females and some comedy games. I don't know, but we're gonna crush them and it's gonna be hilarious. Come check me out. Check me out on Twitter. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. Alright? Deuces.